Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Amal bin Zulkifli, and my friend and I, which is Kisina Adriana, we are from Group 11. Today we want to present to you guys about the movie, which is Queens of Langkasuka. For your guys' information, this movie is from Thailand, which is from Sahamongkol Film International, and published in 23rd October 2008 with the duration 133 minutes. So why we choose this movie, which is Queens of Langkasuka? We choose this movie because this movie tells us about the real Malay civilization in that time, and then with their weapon, and then how they wear their clothes, and then how they fight, and then they tell us about the real of Malay civilization, and that makes us very interested to take this movie, and we want to share it to you guys about the existence of this movie. So you must enjoy this presentation.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Kisina, and today I will be presenting about the background of the movie we've chosen, which is the Queens of Langkasuka. Queens of Langkasuka, or Queen of Patani, is actually a 2008 Thai historical fantasy adventure film directed by Nunzi Nilimbut and written by two-time SEA Wright Award winner Win Newbarin. This movie is actually related to the historical and legendary kingdom of Langkasuka, which is Langkasuka used to be an ancient Malay kingdom that is often mentioned in the traditional Malay literature and also historical accounts. This movie basically tells us the story of a queen who owns a kingdom where she wants to defend the sovereignty of her kingdom from being colonized by other kingdom or her traditional enemies, basically. But before we go in depth about the movie, I want to tell you the history of Patani or Langkasuka. So, Patani or Langkasuka is actually a Malay kingdom which has now become a part of Thailand. Patani has a long history, much longer than the histories of countries on the Malay Peninsula such as Malacca, Johor, and Selangor. The old history of Patani refers to an old Malay kingdom of Hindu-Indian influence named Langkasuka, as seen by a social anthropologist of Prince of Songkla University in Patani, Madarako Art, that Langkasuka was located in Patani. Meanwhile, according to before that, because at that time it was this tribe that first inhabited Malay land, then Arab and Indian traders arrived. It is told that when Patani was ruled by a king named King Payatunapa, which is also known as Sultan Ismail Shah, he was also known as the founder of the country of Patani. It was he who changed the name of Langkasuka to Patani, which means this beach, because he accidentally found a beautiful and ideal place to make a country by the coast. Patani came its golden age when ruled by four queens, which is the main plot in the movie that we are presenting, which is at that time Langkasuka was ruled by four queens, namely King Green, King Blue, King Purple, and also King Yellow. Patani emerged at that time as an important trade center and became the gateway for merchants who wanted to go to China at that time, and Patani had a strategic trade relations with all the countries in Southeast Asia. At that time, the economic strength of Patani became one of the most important economic forces in Malay Peninsula, and this was because due to the existence of a stable political climate that made this condition, uh, where this made the economy and politics of Patani continue to grow and be respected by neighboring states such as the Malay Kingdom of Pahang, Johor, and also Ayutthaya government of the north. So the trade of Patani continued to expand until it reached the region of Archipelago, Palembang, Aceh, Batam, Batavia, which is also known as Jakarta nowadays, and also Makassar. So basically, the development of Patani began in the early 15th century in line with the rapid expansion of trade and the spread of Islam. So geographically, its position is quite strategic, where Patani is in the middle of the Malacca Strait and also the Sulu Sea and also the waters of South China Sea, where this route is a very famous merchant route and a shipping lane between nations that connects the Arab and also the Indian lands and even the Chinese Myanmar. So at that time, Patani is seen as an important commercial center for servicing the Arab, Indian, European, and also the Chinese Islamic traders. So Patani is also a kingdom in a fairly large area and a densely populated South Sea peninsula. Therefore, due to this factor, we can see how Islamic civilization and its whole and also its influence has affected many aspects of Patani or Langkasuka at the time, which is its social architecture, art, and basically their political basis as well. And but however, these situations are not the situation that we have nowadays since Patani is not a part of the Malay Kingdom anymore. However, the Islamic minorities in Patani is still there. So to wrap up, in particular, most of these events and how the civilization happened and all the factors are highlighted in this movie, which we highly recommend for us to watch. And I guess that is all about it for the background of the movie, and we'll move forward to the next slide. Thank you.
Okay guys, for this part, I want to explain to you guys about the rise factors of this civilization, which is Langkasuka civilization, and the first factors, which is they have a great and powerful weapons like huge cannon, guns, and so on. Okay, from this movie, we can see that they use the very powerful weapon such as guns, and also they have the very powerful cannon, and that's make them very powerful at that time. And the second factors is the kingdom have the loyal and very strong soldier, okay, which is they have like very loyal soldier, and they put themselves and they want to sacrifice their life for their kingdom. That's make them very powerful. And then the third factors is they have make the diplomatic relationship with other country. Okay, like you can see from the movie, they have diplomatic with the kingdom of Pahang, and then they collaborate and they give their soldier their weapon to protect their kingdom, and then they give everything to save this kingdom. And then the last factors, which is they have a big fortress to protect them with the enemy, and then with the enemy's cannon. For fall factors, they have like 3 factors that make them fall, which is the first one is their enemies were able to build bigger and more powerful cannons. We can see that from this part of the movie, how they can do that. They kidnap one of the expertise from the Langkasuka kingdom and then make him do the cannon. The second fall factors, which is their enemies get help from other governments such as Java and Siam. They help like to make the better and huge cannon, and then they give the soldier to take down the kingdom of Langkasuka. And then the last factors is one of the Langkasuka commander has betrayed the queen. So the commander give all of the strategies and give all of the information to the enemies so that they can take down the Langkasuka easily.
There are so many lessons that we can learn from the movie Queens of Langkasuka, and one of it is that we must always be prepared and sensitive to the surrounding situation so that we are not easily oppressed by other people. As we can see from the movie, the queens worked really hard and actually gave their whole heart to actually defend their kingdom from the invaders or the enemies. This also implies to us nowadays as we are easily influenced by the media or Western influences. So we need to have our own stand so that we are not easily influenced by those people. I mean, and for those influences. And next lesson is that to be more successful, we need to get out of our comfort zone and try new things because there are so many things that we can learn that we do not know. So to be more successful or even to like macam to upgrade ourselves, we need to try new things. And in order to do that, we need to get out of our comfort zone and maybe think outside of the box.
Okay, the other lessons that we can learn from the Queens of Langkasuka movie, which is it is very important for us to have someone we trust but cannot give 100% trust to them. This means like we can see from the movie, which is the queens very trust the soldier, but one of the soldier betray her, and that makes they lose the war. So that is very important for us that we have to be careful with other person even we trust them. Okay, the other lessons I want to take from Surah Al-Ma'idah, ayah number 2. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Wa ta'awanu 'alal birri wat taqwa wa la ta'awanu 'alal itsmi wal udwan. Help one another in righteousness and pity, but do not help one another in sin and transgression. And fear Allah, indeed Allah is severe in penalty. Okay, from this ayah we can learn which we can help other person, but we should not help the person that want to doing the bad things. Okay, from the movie we can say that one of the expertise with the cannon help the enemies, and they successful build the very more powerful and very huge cannon, and that makes them lose the war. So lastly, I think that's all from us, and I hope you guys can enjoy this video, and then you guys can watch the movie The Queens of Langkasuka, and then you guys can see the difference between the history that we learn and the history that we watch in this movie. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.